It's time for bed. Do I have to, Mama?
Just listen to your mother.
But who's tucking you in? The wolf? No. The bear? No. My nanny? Yay! Now, up we go. Faster, faster! You're a train! You're a train! Armstrong. Now straight to bed, and no more nonsense. Oh, all right. Close your eyes. Night-night. Who are you? Go away! Nanny!
Come here.
No, I won't come! Mama! Daddy!
Good evening. The tale that you are about to witness is one of murder and romance. The primal urge for revenge and betrayal. From the very beginning, it was an odyssey of treachery and despair. One moment, I could see the light, like the beam of a train engine hurtling past. The next, all was darkness, and the very thread that I pulled came away in my fingers and led to nothing. I believe it was the greatest case of my career, but who am I to say? Modesty forbids it. It was certainly the most challenging, and it made me question the very deepest values that I have held since I was a young man. It all started in the exotic city of Istanbul, where I planned to vacation for a few days after a trying case that was on my nerves. But everything changed the moment I stepped foot into the world-famous Turkey Hotel, where the enormity of the prices was matched only by the self-esteem of the waiters. My name is Hercule Poirot, and I'm a detective.
I'm sure you'll enjoy it. This is Monsieur first time in Istanbul.
Oh, that is correct.
Oh, I have my ways, Monsieur. My little observations. In this business, one needs to be detected. Like that famous Perret fellow from France.
I believe he is Belgium.
No, from France. No person. Your table, Monsieur.
Merci.
Name what?
Jesus, Master, where have you been?
Oh, I'm not. That's late, am I?
Of course you are. You're always late. And I was terrified we'd miss the train. Ruin everything.
I was just exploring a bit. I've never been to Istanbul. I'm quite adore this Easter nonsense.
Well, I don't. I just want to leave right now and get it over with.
I wish you hadn't all this. You just have mentioned me up.
Shh. Not now. Not till it's all behind us. Besides, I think we're being observed by that man there.
But Tim, he's just some foreigner who probably doesn't even speak English.
Shall you? I'm starving.
Not here. I found a cute little place around the corner where I'm sure the food will be 10 times better.
But we can't be late for the train. We can't miss it.
We won't be late. Now stop fussing momentarily.
Excuse me, wait. You did a very nice job, and I'm leaving you something extra because of it. Excuse me, young man, are you American?
Yes, I am.
I thought so. I can see from your passport. Us Americans have to stick together, you know, especially in places like this. I can hardly pronounce some of the things on the menu. Can you believe it? And it's awful. I can see him everywhere on the street. They look like you could play hockey with them.
I'll be made of fried chicken.
Oh, who knew? Some people will fry anything. And by the way, I don't mean to snoop, but I saw your train ticket earlier and was wondering, do you know if they provided a bus to the station?
I don't believe so. I believe the hotels are providing a private car.
Well, don't you worry, I'll ask and find out what the Bible says. If Moses doesn't know the answer, ask the concierge. No, I think I better go. I think I'm among that odd little man with the silly mustache. And I don't think it's real.
I hope that's a food as this humble establishment is up to your usual standards.
What is this? Don't do it, you fool!
My friend!
Mon ami, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? This is my city. I live here.
Coffee, fool.
I run Wagon the greatest train company in the entire world. And the central office is in this hotel. Girl, does this meal is on me? Please, enjoy my office.
Oh,
It's my pleasure. You're my guest here. So tell me, what do you do here? So I cried there.
no, I did that last week in Syria. It was a bad affair. An army officer, honestly, Czech, beautiful women. It did not end well. The man, he was guilty that was happening, but perhaps because I pushed him too hard to admit his guilt. It was unfortunate in the extreme, and yet I feel as if I did nothing wrong.
Of course you did nothing wrong. If you break the law, you must pay the price. That is what you have to do.
It is what I live by.
So tell me, are you staying here at the hotel?
I was hoping I was going to blaze a tourist, but at the front desk there was a telegram from Scotland Yard begging me to act on at once. So I asked the concierge to get me a ticket for tonight on your famous Orient Express.
There will be no problem. And the best is I'll be joining you prior to the zone tonight on business.
The same as the thief!
Pardon, sir. The concierge said to tell you that there's no more first-class tickets for the express tonight. So that.
No,
It is never thought that that's the time of year. That is ridiculous.
There must be a party or a convention, perhaps.
Well, you tell the concierge to find a berth for Monsieur Perrault. He is my personal friend.
But monsieur...
The number 7 is always available. Now, go tell it.
Restaurant, monsieur.
merci.
It is nothing. Ajasha. Now, you see this menu? Throw it away. Tonight, we shall sit on the train like old times and dine like kings.
There's a food on the train. It is edible.
Monsieur Perrault, you stand in the heart. I'm lying at the ground at your feet. It's not the mere train you're stepping on tonight. It's the legend. The fittings are from Paris, the pen in Venice, the plates are from Rome, and the taps are from New York. The best food, the best beds, the best pillows, the best feathers inside the pillows. It is poetry on wheels, my friend. And Lord Byron himself cannot write it better. Prepare yourself, monsieur, for in 1 hour you will set aboard the platform of the Orient Express.
Mesdames et messieurs, l'Orient Express partira en 20 minutes du quai 10. S'il vous plaît, surveillez votre pas et avoir un voyage en toute sécurité. Ladies and gentlemen, the Orient Express will depart in 20 minutes from platform 10. Please watch your step and have a safe trip.
Grandpa, will you please put 2 suitcases down your driving wheel now?
It's a struggle, John. I love you to see. Please, let's go now.
Oh, it is mademoiselle. I am not married. I said to God Almighty who lives in heaven. Greta, please, not now. This is Greta also. I miss you, Nelly. I work in Africa with little babies. I have agreed to pay her way if she listens to me as I can to Paris.
But your usual companion, is she?
Oh, she is very sick. The doctors are calling it the cardiac event, but she's German, so it's very well. I will pray for Mrs. Schmidt, and God will protect her. But at least she's getting on the grave.
Compartment 11, please, as usual. And you see, you'll be sharing the city's married Japan in compartment 4.
I'm 7.
Mademoiselle, you'll be sharing Miss Olsen here.
I will do my very best, but I know this very new. How much will get along to start?
Head up!
Here, sir. I'm right here.
It's not John one.
Yes, sir, it is. And I checked this morning for the mailman to come in and just look. I know, it's awful. I mean, just look at it. Prepare to die.
Keep your voice down.
You should call the police.
It's none of their business.
These are dangerous. It's the third you've got this week. It's a good thing you have a gun.
Keep your voice down.
Oh, monsieur, pardon. Could you please tell me to have the number 7?
Number 7? I believe there must be some mistake.
Let us hope not. I must get to know you. I say it is a week. My name is
Hercule Poirot, the detective!
Whoa, what do you know? Hercule Poirot. I've heard of you. You're famous.
Merci, monsieur.
The name's Ratchet, Samuel Ratchet. Import, export, and I may have some business for you.
I am afraid I'm on vacation, monsieur.
Oh, you'll change your mind when you hear the price, eh?
Monsieur Ratchet, compartment 2.
I know where I'm going, thank you. We'll discuss it inside.
All aboard?
Monsieur Poirot, hello. You've been to the gate. You remember, sir? He is the best conductor in the entire company.
Merci, monsieur. But your friend here says that he is the number 7, and I'm afraid this is full. Indeed, the entire first class coach is full.
That is incredible.
I know, monsieur, the entire world looks to drown tonight.
You'll put him in number 1, sir. It is my personal compartment. I'll find something in one of the other carriages. I insist, Mr. Dunn. Michel, you may see arrangements. Now, tell me, have all these passengers checked in with you?
Not yet. We are waiting on MC100, and the country comes after me.
The Countess is one of the greatest beauties in all of Europe. She is Hungarian, I believe. A commoner, who then became a doctor, who then married the Count, and she became royalty.
I see her coming.
Countess Andrei, welcome. I'm Monsieur Brook, of the Barony.
I'm delighted to see you.
Your reputation precedes you, madame. May I present you my friend, Monsieur Hercule Poirot.
The famous detective? That has been wonderful. I have read about you in the paper, monsieur, and I admire you greatly.
Oh, Magno Patriot.
And so Sigoshak,
Magno Maventek.
you speak Hungarian beautifully.
Not as well as you speak English.
You're bad.
No, it is nothing at all.
And will your husband see Count be coming?
Alas, he cannot join me this trip, but since I'm visiting my mother, it works out nicely. He does not like her. Monsieur Poirot, I look forward to hearing of your wonderful adventures.
And I look forward to hearing of them.
Compartment 12, please.
Seems like you're in love, my friend.
I will not discount this possibility.
Is this that Orient Express I keep hearing about? Doesn't look that perfectly not from here.
You must be Mrs. Harris.
Mrs. Helen Caroline Peabody Wolfson and Hubbard, please. From the beautiful garden state of Minnesota. My first husband, Mr. Peabody, was a very good soul, but the poor man had no time for longevity, and I shouldn't say poor because he did very nice of himself, thank you very much. But my second husband was Mr. Wolfson, and he was so much rather dearly, but he loved a lot of women, so I traded up and I got a man help. Till I caught him with that rat up on the Waldorf who painted his nails. But then at last I found my Mr. Hubbard, who I call my white side, because he saved me from life of fish games and watery cocktails at the Minneapolis Country Club.
And will Mr. Hubbard be joining you?
No, Mr. Hubbard will not be joining me. Mr. Hubbard and I traveled together once, but he said it raised his blood pressure. I don't know why, but now we do it for the both of us. Do you like to travel?
I travel every day.
Oh, well, then we might have to change beds sometime.
Compartment 3.
That yours or mine?
Yours, madame.
I hope it's comfy.
I never have complaints, madame.
Oh, I'm sure you haven't.
She is quite a character.
They are all characters. If I was Balzac, I would write a novel about all of them.
And just think, for the next 3 days, all of them will be living under the closest of quarters, eating and sleeping under a single roof.
And at the end, they part, never to see each other again. Unless what?
Unless there is an accident, or something painful like hers.
But, monsieur, why would you say such a thing?
Forgive me, it is my profession, but I sense that something is wrong. There is a tension among these passengers of yours. One of them does not fit in. It makes me frightened.
Oh, monsieur, no more business, please. You must now to come to nothing of pleasure, and prepare yourself for the most memorable journey of your entire life on the Orient Express.
Situez-vous bien and watch your step.
Holy cow, it's snowing out there!
We get a lot of it this time of year, I'm afraid. Last year we were stuck in the sun for 7 days.
7 days without a ground horse?
Who says that was good?
Well, now I can breathe me. Don't get me wrong. I also do eat solid food, but as long as it's cooked and burned. Anyways, as they say, Leo makes up.
Red light, you must keep up! Keep up! We have to get settled in before the train starts moving. I have to confess to you, Princess. I'm not liking trains since I'm a little girl. They're feeling very tight on me. Like closing against my wrong side and squeezing my bosom. My comforting! Don't be silly, trains are wonderful. No, I'm also not liking the trains and the clinical gravity. But we should rest each other, yeah? Oh, that would be good. In Africa once, I'm on a train, and there is noise and crying and animals and I look up for my book. It's sitting next to me, right on the seat. It's an old goat. It's true. An old goat. He's like my companion. And on a train that we're taking together, right now, I think it will not be so different, yeah?
Mr. Bro, slow up. Now I'm going to discuss our policy.
I'm afraid now is not a good time.
Oh, sure it is. Sit down and be quick, I promise.
I am afraid.
Sit down.
Yeah, come on, Steve.
Now I'd like you to take on a job for me.
I take on few new cases.
You'll take this one on, I guarantee it.
And why is that?
Because I'm talking big money here, Mr. Bro. I have an enemy.
I would guess you have several.
Now what's that supposed to mean?
You are successful, n'est-ce pas? Successful people have many enemies.
Right, that's it exactly. You see, I've been some threatening letters lately, and I wonder if we should paralyze you some snooping around. And that's what you're doing, right? Snooping? Of course I can take care of myself. But I'll give you $5,000.
No.
Or 10 for a few days' work.
I am not for sale, monsieur. I have been very successful in my career, and I now pick on only those cases that interest me. And frankly, you do not interest me.
Go get drawn, Lieutenant.
I want nothing with you except to leave.
Oh, pardon, sorry.
Hey, you're that punk, aren't you?
That is correct.
Well, you're awful pretty, and from what I hear, you're a conquering between just like the rest of us.
That is also correct.
So does that mean you'll have a drink with me?
I am married, monsieur. My husband is away on business elsewhere. Now please excuse me.
No, not so fast.
Move out of the way, please.
Head where you go, behind my pallet.
If you do not move this second, I will scream.
Now just hold on a minute. You said you're unattached for a moment, and we're on a train. So who's gonna know having some private room and some two-in pieces?
Stay away from me!
Mr. Rossi, I'm looking for you. I put your last one right bed. If you need anything else,
Shut up, Hector, just shut up!
My friends, I hope you're settling in all right and enjoying yourselves. It won't be long now until... No, you don't need me. Never shoot up, but good luck and Godspeed.
You mean like creeps, madame?
Yeah, like crepes. We call them nibbles in the Midwest. Have you ever nibbled on anything, Michelle?
I have not had that pleasure.
Oh, well, you bring me some of those crisps and I'll feel less than, okay? Over now! You're not doing so bad there, kid. You're looking younger all the time. Come on here. Come on here.
Did you keep it down in there?
Shut up, what's you?
It's the middle of the night. Shall
Monsieur, what is it?
we tell that ridiculous old lady to keep it down? It's time for bed.
Ridiculous woman, I heard that.
Monsieur, the lady wants to sing another song.
It is 12 o'clock at night.
Now listen to me. You just mind your own business.
Stay out of here. This is my compartment.
If I want to enjoy myself, I'm going to do it. So you just pipe down.
You're ridiculous. You're just get out.
What are you? Are you a thug? Are you a mafia? Michelle, I think he's dangerous. Oh my God, he got it.
He did nothing against the law, madame.
Get out this instant.
You must be crazy.
I said get out.
Charleston, made in Carolina.
She will ruin me.
Orient Express to Belgrade Station. Orient Express to Belgrade Station. Dimension number 867, Electro Blue. Hello? Are you there, Belgrade? Oh, wait. No.
The Orient Express. Right on in.
We just lost Sophia, and the snow is getting heavier by the minute. I'm getting concerned as we head to the mountains. Please prepare your rescue equipment in case of stoppage. Hello? Belgrade? Do you read me, Belgrade?
Now calm down.
I can't calm down. We have to stop this.
No, that's ridiculous.
No, it isn't. That's the trouble with you military men. You never show any real emotion. It's always stiff upper lip no matter what's going on.
Mary, we're doing nothing wrong. You have to remember that.
I'm trying, I really am. Oh, James.
Better.
Yes, I think so.
There was a hill near my home in Scotland. I'd sit for hours watching the trains go by in the valley below. I knew they were heading to encircle cows, and I wanted to climb aboard in the worst way.
But you didn't.
No, I suppose I knew somehow that I'd break my mother's heart.
You're a very good man.
She was a very good woman.
Do you know what the worst of it is with all this traveling we've been doing? We don't get any privacy. It's just so maddening.
Well, I don't see anyone around at the moment. Do you?
No, I suppose I don't. Oh, James.
Be strong.
I will, I promise.
Oh, hi, I'm interrupting.
Of course you're interrupting me, Morn. Are you blind?
Look, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go get a snack or a...
The train is stopping.
What's happened?
The snow, look.
Oh, not now.
We've hit a snowdrift.
Oh, that's all we need.
Shall I go take a look?
What good will that do?
That's all right. Let him go.
Mary.
It's all right, Mr. McQueen. We'll be here waiting for you.
I'll be right back.
Why did you set him off like that?
He's with my engineer in a few moments.
I told him we were moving.
You're telling me.
Snowman?
We are starting to come back from Belgrade to dig us out.
No.
I'm sorry, my friend, but you'll be completely comfortable for as long as it takes.
Boom! Have you tracked him down yet?
Not yet, madame.
Well, keep trying!
Good night, my friend, and get good sleep, because that will only make one of us.
And hurry up about it!
I wonder.
Everybody decide, slow down. Oh, good morning, princess. Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
My boss. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Ratchet? Sir? Sir, could you open the door, please? Hello?
Is everything all right?
He isn't answering. And it's locked.
Mr. Ratchet, are you okay?
The plastic works?
Of course.
I hope he's not being ill.
Shh, there's a train.
You must force the door.
But it will break and need repairing.
Quickly! Do you not use the air from inside the room? It is freezing!
No,
Quickly!
I'm not like this at all.
Push!
Mr. Ratchet! Do you see his chest?
It gets horrible.
It cannot be.
You do not put anything! Not a speck!
It's human life. It's in the hole. Get back home now.
Princess, will you please take us also to her room?
No.
Let's see here. I count 7, no, 8 stabs to the chest. Missionary, when did you see him last?
Me? I don't know anything. He was smart last night when I put on his wine.
Well, you are his secretary. What do you know about him?
Not very much. He didn't talk to himself at all. Frankly, I think he was hiding something. But that's his confession.
And why was that, you said?
He was trying to get away from something in America, I think. And he managed it until a few weeks ago.
And then?
He's trying to get some threatening letters. I have them in my room. Do you want to see them?
Yes, go quickly. And please ask the Countess to join me in now.
Sure, I'll be right back.
It is incredible for such a thing to happen on my train. Oh, it is freezing in here.
You have observed the window?
Oui, it is open.
And what do you see outside?
Nothing.
Exactly. No footprints, no marks in the snow, which means that nobody could have entered or left through the window.
Then why is it open?
I would assume the shots of police were there.
The police?
Yes, the police. It is better there.
The Yugoslav police about it? Oh, no. We do not want them. You must not take case and tell them who did it.
I have interfered too much already.
But my company is at stake.
But Mommy,
just imagine what the Yugoslav police inquiry would do to my company. People would say, oh, I cannot travel on the Orient Express. I could be murdered in my bed. And myself would suffer, and I would lose my clients.
But I am going on in 3 days' time.
There's nothing to do. You're a British life in New York. You listen, you look, you pester, you make yourself up energy backside. And then suddenly, poof, the case is solved like that.
But the police would be angry.
The Yugoslav police department? They're like the 3 students of the movie house. They would poke each other in the eye by accident. They'd be thrilled not to happen in New York. If you solve the case for them, they will build a statue in the center of Zagreb.
I would need a floor plan of the coach.
Done.
And the tickets and passports of everyone on board.
Done.
I need to come and cancel.
Excuse me, don't you have asked to see me?
Understood. I understand you are trained as a physician, so I'll certainly be helpless about you.
I'm happy to help.
I'm afraid it is not a pleasant sight.
Believe me, I've seen dark side and volunteered in the war.
Oh my God, see this? The other side of his face is slightly red.
I do, it has been slapped.
How do you know?
Because I slapped it. I count 8 separate wounds.
That was my count as well. And see this? Of the 8 wounds, 5 appear strong, but 3 are weak, mere scratches. I need a pencil. You have one? Here. Merci. Now, I'm just going to place the pencil inside each wound and push gently.
Oh, is that necessary?
Perhaps the man changed hands during the stabbing?
Or there were 2 assailants, one left-handed and one right-handed.
One strong, one weak.
It is possible, but now another question presents itself. Why did Monsieur not fight back when, all the while, he had just gone under his pillow?
Ooh la la.
Hello, may I see it?
How did you find it?
He sold it to me yesterday, so I would have to be here somewhere.
It is an automatic, and I believe it is...
Oh,
wait, there's a safety switch, and... Oh, it is not...
Oh, Steve, play on me. Have you not heard of the fatal accident? A moment. I have a very good cause. Oh. Smells of gas.
It smells of almonds. He was clearly drugged, which is why
He did not fight back. What is this? It is a pocket watch, and the face is smashed.
It is stopped at 1:15.
Ah, we have something important, yes? It is the time of death. A likely countess said between midnight and 2. So there it is, it could not be clearer. 1:15 is the time of death, it is obvious.
It is possible.
What do you mean it is possible? What is wrong with it?
I do not know yet what is wrong and what is right, as I am still investigating. There are dozens of clues in this room. Here is a trap, and here is a match, and here is another match. There's the window, the wine, the gun. There are too many clues and I am unhappy. Monsieur Book, can you tell me the names of the passengers on board?
There's Natalia Dragomirov, Mary Devon Hammond, Greta Olson, and James Oppenheim, and Hackett McQueen, and I am constantly booked, and such a thing has never happened in the history of my company, and I want you to solve it immediately.
You are upset.
I'm very upset. A man has been murdered on my train.
It will be okay for me.
I hope so. I will smoke a cigarette. And just look at this ashtray. But people are lying down at each job.
Wait! Stop! Do you not see there is a piece of paper in the ashtray? It could be a note that is bound to conceal its contents. Countess, what I need right now is a hat box. Do you keep such a thing?
Of course I do.
I greatly admire that creature. She does not say I need a hat box, she gets me a hat box. I ask for help with the body, she rolls up her sleeves. Oh, it makes me wish to be young again. Stay, I'll be back.
But where are you going?
I need a spirit lamp. I used to heat the wax for my mustache.
But why do you need a spirit lamp?
Because this time I'm going to use science, forensics to catch the killer. Normally for me it is psychology, but not with these clues.
Why not?
Because I do not trust them. Take the pipe cleaner, for example. Did a man drop it? Or did a woman put it there and say, I will make it look like a man has done this? It's the same as the handkerchief. Did a woman drop it? Or did a man put it there? And then there's the what, the wine, the gun, the window. There are too many clues.
Your hat box, monsieur.
Merci.
Je vous en prie.
Countess, if I asked you to leave your husband and run away with me to Monte Carlo, what would you say?
I would say, give me 5 minutes, I need to pack.
Oh, I will get back to you in the meantime, what's this? I believe that this piece of paper is the remains of a note, a thread perhaps that was burned to conceal its contents. And I believe that as it is buried, letters will appear on it.
Do we have a little piece of paper that he can have in his hand?
There's a piece of paper here.
Okay.
Is this too big for a turn?
It's too big, it should be in the ashtray.
Yeah, if you're limited like kind of effects.
Just, yeah.
It's sheet music.
Yeah, it's from worship band.
Chords, yeah, that's pretty.
Alright.
Yeah, so that'll have to be on the ashtray.
It's there now.
Do we have the cigarette too?
No, the cigarettes are gone.
They're missing.
And like, yeah, I don't know.
This is the real mystery of the
Okay, keep going.
I believe that letters will appear, but only briefly as the flame strikes them, and we must regard them when we can. Now then, I will just place it here over the flame, and... Oh!
Remember little Daisy Armstrong?
What does it mean?
There was a case in America 3 years ago.
4.
A little girl was kidnapped. It was all over the news.
It was a case most horrible.
Horrible.
A 5-year-old girl named Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped from her home in Long Island, New York. And the ransom was set at $300,000. And it was paid.
But little Daisy was never returned to her parents.
2 days later, they found the girl dead. Murdered in the woods, not far from her home.
No!
The police caught the man who did it, but he had ties to organized crime, so they got him off by changing the evidence. If the public had found him, he would have been hanged, but he gave him the slip and disappeared.
But has this got to do with Ratchet?
I think we can both guess, no?
Of course.
Monsieur Queen said that Ratchet was running from something in America, and that he succeeded until recently when he started receiving threatening letters.
Then you think
That Ratchet's real name is Bruno Cassetti, the man who murdered little Daisy Armstrong.
Good God.
Excuse me, Mr. Brown. I found the letters.
Bon, merci. Now, we must begin. Monsieur Book, please send me in the dining car the Princess Alice Olsen, then Monsieur Queen, then Mrs. Hubbard. Now, beat, before the player runs cold. The killer is on this frame, and I will find it for you. in immediately. Now then, Princess, I've seen in your passports that you are Russian.
That is correct. I've been in exile ever since the Bolsheviks took over.
And it says here that your first name is...
Natalia.
And is this your handkerchief, madame?
No, of course not. It has the letter H on it. My initials are ND, Natalia Dragonov.
What about yours, mademoiselle?
No, I could not afford such a beautiful thing as this. It would be insane.
I see. Can each of you ladies tell me your whereabouts last night between midnight and 2 o'clock?
Well, I could not sleep, so at midnight the Countess would dream me and I read a book together, out loud. It is the very best way to get sleep when you are anxious.
And what were you anxious about?
The Bolsheviks.
And what book did you read?
A Tale of Two Cities. It is very comforting.
And what about you, Miss Olsen?
Oh, well, I was in my room with Miss Dedekan, who is also very nice. And we talked from 12 o'clock until 2 o'clock, and then we slept. You can ask her.
And have either of you ever been to America?
Yes, many times.
No, I have not been to America. Oh, but I must go someday to raise money for my little babies in Africa.
You are very religious.
Oh, yeah. Since I was a little girl, and Jesus came to visit me in my garden. He spoke to me and told me that I must work very hard to help little babies in Africa.
And I'm sure you have done a beautiful job. Just one last question for that review. Are you aware of the identity of the man who was married in this night?
Yes. His name was Ratchet. And I prayed for his soul.
No, my dear. His name was Bruno Cassetti, and what I pray is that his soul is damned and that he burns in hell for all eternity. He murdered a little girl named Daisy Armstrong. Her grandmother is my dearest friend. You would know her as the actress Linda Arlen.
She was very great.
No, not was, monsieur. She is very great. She is very much alive and remains the greatest actress on the American stage. And when her 5-year-old granddaughter was murdered by this monster Cassetti, it took her years to recover. Indeed, she has not yet recovered.
There were 4 who died?
No. 5. 5 people died. Little Daisy and her mother, who was pregnant, died in childbirth, and the baby died too. And her father, Colonel Armstrong, could not live with what happened and ended his own life, and it husband as well. So, please forgive me, Greta, if I take the view that there is no forgiveness in a case such as this, and that Mr. Cassetti should have been flogged to death, his remains cut up and burned on a rough heap. Greta, please, Greta!
I'm so sorry.
Would you mind, please be seated?
Of course. Are they going to be alright?
They will be fine, actually. Now, can you please tell me what your duties were as secretary to your employer?
Well, I wrote his letters and did his errands and things.
I see. And was Samuel Ratchet the only name you knew him under?
How else would I know?
His real name was Bruno Cassetti.
Holy God.
So
Are you
you
sure of that?
know the Armstrong case?
You bet I do. My father was the district attorney for the state of New York at the time, and he brought the case against that monster. I'm sorry, but you have no idea what he did to that family. And they were so kind to me.
I see. Can you tell me who was in the family?
Well, Mrs. Armstrong had a sister. She went to graduate school, and after the tragedy, she moved to Europe and got married. Her name was Helena. And Mrs. Armstrong's mother would visit her. She was an actress.
Was there anyone else?
There was a governess, a baby nurse, and poor Suzanne. She was a French housemaid, and she came from Paris. And my father's office thought she might be implicated, and she was so distraught with the accusations that she
Killed herself.
only turned out she was innocent. My father was shattered. He never recovered.
Can you tell me your whereabouts last night? From 12 to 2, please.
Oh, I was with the opera night on the observation deck.
And did you see anyone there you did not recognize?
No. I saw Michelle, the conductor, the other conductor, an arbiter now.
The other conductor?
There is a second conductor?
I guess so. I saw him.
Was he in uniform?
Yeah, it's one of the shoulders.
And what did he look like?
I don't know. He had his hat pulled down, and he was kind of small, though, you know what I mean? Like feminine.
Did you speak with him?
I said hello to his victim.
We have been very secret, very delicate, Lord. Will you please go and send to me Michel?
Of course.
We've a breakthrough, yes. Mrs. Hart was telling the truth. I should have listened. There was a murderer disguised as a conductor. The question now is, where did he go?
No, my friend. The question now is whether such a man even exists. He could be a figment of Marguerite's imagination.
But why would he lie? He's not the murderer.
Why not?
He's not the type. It is a crime of passion, someone Italian or Hungarian. A man with blood in his veins.
I have looked through all the passports you gave me, and there is one that deeply bothers me. There is a Greek spot that obscures the first letter of the Christian name. I believe it is very telling.
Who is it?
Knock, knock.
Pardon, madame, please.
Excuse me, but I need to talk to you.
You do?
I cannot wait my turn.
But why are you here?
Because you called me crazy?
I did?
Yes, to what I'm referring is the man in my room last night. You didn't believe me, but guess what? I have a surprise for you. There was the man, and I can prove it. He left this button. Look.
The Orient Express.
It sure the heck does say that. And it looked just like the one on the shelf on his uniform.
And you found it this morning?
On the floor this morning, right to trees, where I put these cookies down on the floor.
And you waited until now to tell us?
I just woke up. It's called vacation. And I just heard about Grouchy's brother and thought maybe this button got hidden. You see all that stuff. He goes in the Grouchy's room, kills him. Comes out to my room. I wake up at like 1:15 and see him. Well, it seems like presents. But don't you think I could have been shot or killed or something?
The dead man's name was not Ratchet, madame. It was Bruno Cassetti. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Have you ever heard of the Daisy Armstrong case?
You mean that poor kid who got murdered? It was national news. The whole world knew about him. So what?
Mrs. Hubbard, where were you last night between 12 and 2?
Oh, great. So now I'm a suspect. You know, you should read some detective stories and get them tipped.
Well, good, madame.
I just told you. I was in bed around 1. A few minutes later, some man goes into my room and scares the living bejesus out of me.
Can you please write your name on the sticker for me?
I beg your pardon?
Your name, madame, so I can see your handwriting.
I always thought the French were screwy.
He is Belgian.
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm looking for Miss Dead.
She is not in here.
Have you tried her room?
I've tried everywhere I can think of it. She's gone.
Maybe she's in one of the other carriages at the vacancy train?
I got Michelle to open all the doors, and she wasn't in any of them.
Well, monsieur, she cannot be far. It is a very small train.
You don't understand what I'm saying, monsieur. There was a murder on this train, and that has certain implications, does it not? It's her!
Follow me, quickly!
Where are we going?
Wherever you guys, you have lines in here.
Is that this is what goes.
I heard a gunshot.
Mary? She's not here.
Shut back this room.
Mary!
What's going on?
It's a law.
I'll get going.
With the push.
What's hard?
Don't like it!
Touch nothing, Countess.
Of course. She's still alive.
Oh, thank God.
I need my medical bag. Quickly. I'll get it.
Compartment 12.
Michel, please certify.
Leadership. I'll go with you.
Me
What
too.
happened?
Why do you have no?
There's one for emergencies in the water box.
Take it with you. This is not a game.
Yes, sir.
Come quickly.
Mary,
What happened?
you were shot.
Can you sit upright?
I think so.
Ow.
There is a great deal of blood. I do not like blood.
Nobody likes blood. Here's a kit. Thank you.
It is only your arm?
Yes.
You have not been hurt elsewhere?
No. Do not be alarmed. I'm merely going to use these to cut the sleeve of your blouse.
Oh, I cannot look.
Now this may hurt a bit. It's what you call it in English a job.
Look,
Iodine.
Ow!
Be careful, will you?
It's all right, Colonel.
Countess, may I ask Mr. a question?
Are you well enough? I think so.
It is very simple, mademoiselle. Who shot you?
I don't know. He was.
What?
Tell us. I may have imagined it. He was in a sort of uniform.
Okay, tell us what happened.
I tried. I woke up feeling disoriented, as though I'd been drugged or something. I had a splitting headache. So I looked through my suitcase for some aspirin, but I didn't have it. So then I stumbled out of the room and I saw that Mrs. Hubbard's door was ajar. I called to her, but she wasn't in there. And I know I shouldn't have, but I went inside. I'm sorry.
That's quite alright.
Go on.
My head was splitting open by this time and I wasn't thinking straight. I opened Mrs. Hubbard's makeup bag, and there was this knife, and it was covered with blood.
In my bag?
Yes!
Where is it?
I left it where it was. I felt so frightened.
Holy cow, I'll get it.
No! You will not go get it. I will get it when I am ready.
Well, let me just say that this does prove there was a room man in my room last night.
Mrs. Hubbard.
Sorry.
You talk too much.
Mr. Hubbard, please continue.
I was frightened when I saw the knife. I must have backed into Mr. Ratchet's room. And then I turned and I saw the body on the bed full of blood and wounds, and I screamed! And then I saw the man in the gun, and that's all I remember.
It's alright.
He must have been behind the door. Mrs. Hubbard, where do you keep your makeup bag?
It's over there on the bed. If these compartments were any bigger, I wouldn't have to have my makeup bag on some bed like some drama school kid in a Rudolph Rimmel operetta, living out of a hole all and oh my God.
I've never seen one like it.
All of you, please leave, and in the meantime, I will be analyzing this for fingerprints. Countess, are you able to help Mr. Evans to our room?
Are you strong enough? How much better, thank you.
After this, I would like to see Miss Devon come in.
Now see here.
If she is able, I would like to see her in the dining car. Then Mrs. Hubbard, then the princess and Sophie.
Me?
I see no reason to put Miss Devon through this kind of stress right now, and I suggest you don't.
I will bear that in mind.
I hope you solve all this quickly, Monsieur. I am not afraid of dying, but I would rather not speed up the process.
I intend to sue this company on the grounds of sheer anxiety.
Yeah, madame, you are not the only one who is anxious at the moment.
Zabra, come in, please. We have an emergency. We cannot reach Belgrade, and we're 20 miles from the nearest town. We need assistance. Zabra, come in.
No one, there's no one, I tell you, there's not a single person on this train who should not be here.
You are certain?
Entirely. It has gone too far. Our lives are in danger.
It is like a magic trick.
It is unbelievable. I told Michelle to go and search so that he might find something.
I do not expect so.
Then where did he go? The man dressed like a train conductor.
I do not know that is the problem. Every time I find a clue, there is a suspect with an alibi. Colonel or not, he could have had a grudge against Cassetti from a business dealing gone wrong, but he swears that him and Joan Queen were in the observation deck from 12 until 2. And what about Miss Olsen? She is framed. There is something wrong with her. But her and Miss Debenham were in their room from 12 to 2. And so there was the Countess, and the Princess, and Miss Joan Queen, and now Miss Debenham is shot, and I am out of suspects.
Mr. Perot, I brought Miss Debenham as you requested. Now what do you want with her?
I merely wish to ask her some questions. You may go.
I beg your pardon.
You are not needed for this.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it because I am staying.
I am sorry as well, because you are not.
Don't sit here, you Frenchman.
He is Belgian.
I don't care if he's the man in the moon. I'm not leaving her.
It's all right, James. I'm sure it won't take long, honestly.
She is correct. I need a mere 10 minutes.
Well, I don't like it you here, and you can put that in your shop pipe and smoke it.
That is Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, get out of my way.
Miss Debenham, please be seated. There is much here.
Well, it's rather soul, that's all.
You are very brave. Let us all be grateful.
Thank the Lord.
Now, Miss Debenham, in the hotel yesterday, I overheard you speaking to the colonel, and you said that you are terrified to miss the train. Can you tell me why that was so important to you?
It wasn't that at all. I didn't want to be late.
I see, but then you told him that no one should see you like this until it was all behind you. What did you mean? You seem quite agitated.
I'm afraid you're reading into it. I'm tremendously punctual, that's all.
I see. Pardon. It is my profession, and sometimes I'm too imaginative. But you and the colonel are very close, I take it.
We met a few days ago, and I suppose we rather hit it off.
I see. And as for the identity of the dead man, I assume you know his name is Bruno Cassetti?
I heard.
What do you know of the Armstrong case?
Not very much, I'm afraid. I've never been to the States.
What brought you to Istanbul?
I'm a governess. I lived with the family for about a year.
I see. And can you tell me your whereabouts last night between midnight and 2 o'clock?
I was in my room with Miss Olsen. We chatted until quite late. You see, she can be very talkative when she's anxious, and I may have dozed off for a few moments.
I see.
May I go?
You may. Just one last thing. Will you please sign your name on this paper?
All right. It's a good thing I'm left-handed. I'd have difficulty signing with my right at the most.
Oh, merci.
Please get some rest, and on behalf of the company, we will send some champagne straight to your room.
Thank you so much.
If there's anything you need, I'm at your service. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh my goodness, can you imagine she had died? She's such a lovely young woman.
Oh, she is more than lovely. She is a complete liar.
Miss Debenham?
She claims that she and the colonel are not well acquainted, yet they are clearly inky. To him, she said that she wanted to get this out behind her. And now she pretends that those words mean nothing.
But she was shot.
In the eye.
She could have been killed.
I wonder.
About what? Oh la la. You do not suspect her of Cassetti's murder.
It is not impossible.
But it is impossible. She is cool, she is methodical, she will not stab a man to death. She will soon be caught.
This is not a sudden, passionate crime, mon ami. This is long-headed, and I will stake my career on it. I wonder when Michel will return.
Pardon, monsieur. I finished the search.
And?
Nothing. There's no sign of true January. I can show you if you like.
No, that is quite all right. Now, Michel, will you please remove your tunic for me? I see that you are not missing any buttons, and moreover, the stitching on one of them is old, so none of them are recently sewn on.
That's correct, but may I ask?
Mrs. Hubbard found this button in her room this morning. If I can find it.
It is not my machine.
So I see. But it matches yours exactly.
That is correct, but may I ask?
Michel, are there any other attendants on the train at the moment?
There's one second class, a ticket taker. I've known for years.
Is he large or small?
Oh, quite large, I'm afraid. Shall I ask him to see you?
No, that is all right. What other passengers are on board?
There's a mother and child on the double carriage, that's all. It's the off seat.
I see. Could there be a second conductor on board wearing a coat like yours?
Oh no, monsieur, there's no such thing. I had to earn these uniforms many years of service. However, well, frankly, I'm not sure I trust your words, but Miss Olsen says that she saw what she likes to call a second conductor on the train last night.
Miss Olsen?
Oui, she told me this morning.
She did not tell us this morning.
She said she saw him running with a uniform like mine, and when she spoke to him, he did not respond. In fact...
What? Tell me quickly.
Well, the princess said she also saw this man.
Oh la la! What is it? It is just the kind of news that I've been waiting for. Michel, follow me. We should book a statement.
But where are you going?
You will see. We will be back.
Oh!
Excuse me. Stay put.
Well, I think you want to question me.
I do. Just stay put.
Well, something's funny. As if we need any more excitement around here. Now listen. I want my passport back. What if there was another shooting and we had to make a run for it? Could you imagine me running around Yugoslavia without a passport? They'd shoot me on sight and ask questions later.
Who are you?
Well, I just haven't helped from the Minneapolis country. But bam!
You've been extremely patient, madame, and I greatly appreciate it. If there's anything you need, I'm at your service.
You know, you remind me of one of my husbands.
Which one?
The next one.
He must have a reason.
I have an excellent reason.
Monsieur Margot, please stop.
Miss Olsen, you must permit me to look in your suitcase.
But they are my private things. It has my undergarments.
Now, we will get nothing that will embarrass you, I promise. Princess, would you be so kind as to help me with the suitcase?
I suppose.
Now, Miss Olsen, Michel tells me that you saw what you call a second conductor last night.
Yeah.
What did he look like?
He was small. Like a woman. Then he sprinkled something as well.
Perfect! It seems that virtually everyone on this train has seen the second conductor, except for myself and Monsieur Book, which leaves one question. Where could he go? If the conductor were still in uniform, he would be easy to find. So, at least one solution is that he has hidden his uniform in the luggage of a passenger.
But why choose me? There are other suitcases. Try the other ones first.
Princess, will you please raise the lid and tell me what you see inside?
It's just the uniform.
I have never seen it before. I have heard no one ever. I will not do such a thing. I am not a murderer.
Now, we are not accusing you. You did nothing
I did nothing wrong.
Monsieur Book, can you please tell me if the jacket is missing any buttons?
No, there's one missing. Wait, there's something more. Oh la la, mon Dieu! It's a passkey to the doors of the train.
And that will explain how he got into my room last night.
Now, could you just tell me, when was the last time you looked in your luggage?
It was yesterday. Just after we boarded.
So, it is possible then that the killer snuck into your room after you left this morning and hid it in there?
I have never seen it before. Monsieur Provo, I must insist that you stop bullying poor Miss Olsen in this manner. She is simply not up to it like the rest of us.
You are right. Forgive me. Princess, would you please take Miss Olsen to your room and bring Mrs. Potter with you if you don't mind? I would like to speak with the Countess alone.
Of course we mind. Every time things get juicy, you kick us out again.
Would you please stop gossip mongering?
Me? You have your mouth open so much I can count your teeth.
What a pleasure when you know how to count. Bird brain.
If I'm a bird brain, then you're a communist.
Oh, I am not a communist. I am an exile.
Countess, please indulge me. What is your name?
Goldenberg, as you see in the passport.
Yes, but now you use Edwardy.
My husband's name.
Yes, the Count Edwardy. And I believe that your first name is Elena?
That is correct. I am a suspect.
I am merely asking questions. It is my job.
I thought we were friends.
I wish for nothing more, but please, indulge me. There is a grease mark that obscures what could easily be a letter in the first name. A letter such as H, which would make your name Helena, which was a name used in Shakespeare's play A Midsummer Night's Dream. The kind of name that an actress might give her lover.
I suppose.
An actress such as the great Linda Arden.
If you say so.
And in fact, Arden itself is a stage name. It was the maiden name of Shakespeare, and also the name of the forest in his play entitled
As You Like It.
You know your Shakespeare well, Natalie.
I have studied Shakespeare since I was a child.
I know. I believe that your mother, the great Linda Arden, taught it to you from a young age, which would make you Daisy's aunt, who moved to Europe, became a doctor, and got married.
I do not know this woman. But I would imagine she still suffers from the loss of her niece and her sister.
Now, there is no use in denying it. Once the train gets on the way again, a simple telegram will get me a picture of Daisy's aunt, and it will help you with her.
But I didn't kill him! I should have, but I didn't. I didn't even know who he was until you discovered it. But then I realized if you knew I was Daisy's aunt, you'd think I killed him because he was a blackmailer and a swine and the murderer of a darling, sweet, innocent child who deserved to live.
Madame, really?
It's the truth, I swear it! But I'll tell you this. If I would have known that he was Bruno Cassetti, the man who murdered two of the people who I love most in this world, I would have plunged the dagger through his heart myself, and believe me, no other route would have been necessary!
I'm calling Zagreb Station. Can you hear me? This is Constantine Book on the Orient Express.
We are hearing you, Monsieur Book. You are loud and clear.
We remain in the snowdrifts in the Polski Pass. Where are you?
We have been delayed, Monsieur, but should reach you presently. How are conditions?
We are losing heat and light. Provisions are low. The passengers are angry, and we have a dead man rotting in compartment 2. How are things with you?
Now, I'd like to know what's going on.
What we know instead of meeting here.
He's wrong with the same thing. I find this ridiculous.
So, is the old Frenchman hiding? Being mysterious again?
He sent me a note to join the game. I received one also.
Well, he's obviously up to something.
Such an odd man.
Pardon! I have kept you waiting and I apologize. I had to get, how do you say, my ducks in a row.
Ducks? What ducks? It's an expression that I can try to pronounce. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am calling you today to reveal to you the killer of Monsieur Samuel Ratchet, also known as Bruno Cassetti.
You're kidding.
No, you didn't.
I believe that I do, but first, I must interview the last of your passengers, who, as of yet, has not answered a single one of my questions. Colonel.
Me?
James.
Do you have a problem answering my questions?
No, of course not.
Excellent. Then let us begin. Now, Colonel, in your entry time of service to your country, did you ever serve alongside a man known as Charles Armstrong?
No.
Did you know who he was?
Yes, we served in the same theater, actually, but we never met.
I see. And have you heard of the Daisy Armstrong case?
Yes, she was ruined by some groups who tough for money.
Were you aware that Charles was Daisy's father?
No, I was not.
Or that he took his own life after the tragedy?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it.
Now, Colonel, in Tokyo yesterday, I overheard you speaking to Miss Berryman, and I heard you say to her that you wished that she was active on this. What did you mean?
I have no idea.
Oh, but then he told you that no one should see you like this until it was all behind you. Until what was behind you?
I wouldn't know.
Are you aware that you are obstructing justice?
I'm aware of no such thing.
But are you, Miss Berryman, do you care to explain what you meant?
I told you already I wanted to get the trick behind me.
I think you are lying.
Listen here.
Sit down, Colonel. I am not done talking. You wanted to get her out of what? She wanted to get what behind you?
I'm married, all right. I'm in the process of being divorced, which I deserve because my wife is seeing another man. When the divorce is behind us and we come out of hiding, which is why we usually keep things private, no thanks to you.
You have been doing a very poor job, I am afraid.
Well, some of us have emotions, Burrow. I'm sure you sacrificed your own mother for let's weigh your solutions. And I don't think you know what you're doing.
I know exactly what I am doing, Colonel. I am solving the murder of Bruno Cassetti.
Well, he deserves to die.
So you know who he is?
Well, yes, they told me.
Oh, but you did not know before they told you. And Charles Armstrong was not your friend in the war. You did not save lives together as you fought with the Indian army in the Northern Frontier. And now, you do not give him the respect that he deserves after all the tragedy and hardships that he endured before he took your life.
Now listen here, you cotton name. We know what track you are. What do you want? More awesome than honoring you. Just like what are you doing?
You have been lying to me. Every single one of you have been telling me lie after lie. But make no mistake, I know who killed Bruno Cassetti. And I know precisely how it was accomplished.
Well, we're listening.
The facts of the case could not be more simple. At 5 o'clock last night, the train departs from Istanbul on its way to Calais with stops in between. At 12 o'clock, the train hits a snowdrift and is stopped. And at 10 this morning, Bruno Cassetti is found dead in his room. These are the facts. C'est tout, c'est fini. However, under these facts, there are two possible solutions. The first one being that one of Cassetti's many enemies boarded the train at Sofia, but with him a valuable uniform and a passkey that he later used to enter Monsieur Cassetti's room, exit through Mrs. Hubbard, and leave the train.
Here, here. Well done, my friend. You solved the case.
Oh, I will not get too excited. You have not finished yet, have you, monsieur?
No, princess, I have not. There are two unexpected events that make this impossible. The first one being the snowdrift that stopped the train. It left one big question for the killer. Where would he go? Unless he had wings or he could fly, he could not have gone out of the window. Which means the killer is still on this train. The killer is one of you.
So there were two unexpected events. Well, tell us the other.
The second event was the discovery of a fragment of a letter that read, "Remember little Daisy Armstrong." Now, it is from this letter that we know this was not some random enemy of Cassiope. No, this was someone who was out to seek vengeance for the death of a 5-year-old girl. And with these two events in mind, the second solution blossomed in all of its terrible uselessness and took root in my mind. The first clue that I got leading towards it happened immediately upon my arrival in Istanbul, when I learned that there were no more first-class tickets for the Orient Express.
It is never sold out at this time of year. That is ridiculous.
And it was ridiculous. Why was this train suddenly so full? But since usual, I had a very responsive train, and soon, on the platform to board, I met an astonishing company of actors.
Monsieur Perrault, I look forward to hearing of your wonderful adventures.
Princess Young Girl, how lovely to see you.
I have agreed to pay her way if she will assist me in preparing to Paris.
I am not married, except to God Almighty who lives in heaven.
Hungarian, French, Russian, Swedish. What are all of these people doing on the same train? It is like looking at a painting by Pablo Picasso. Over here is an eye, on top of an ear, underneath a nose, and nothing was normal. Consider last night on the train.
Help! Someone come quickly, help!
Mrs. Hubbard, what is it?
There was a man in my room, I'm sure of it. He ran off.
Which way did he go?
That way, just this second.
But that was where I was coming from, and I saw nobody. How is this possible?
How should I know?
And then came the murder itself. A businessman dies in a locked room in an almost unspeakable torrent of violence.
Oh, dear God! Dear God, it is awful!
Do you see his chest?
It is horrible.
It cannot be.
Then it came time to inspect the body, and the Countess and I found not one, not two, but 8 stab wounds to the chest.
Perhaps the man changed hands during the stabbing?
Or there was surveillance.
One strong, one weak.
Then I was offered a feast of clues. The wine, the windows, the guns, the match. Until one clue of real importance presented itself. The broken pocket watch.
It is stopped at 1:15.
Ah, at last! It is the time of death.
But for me, it was not the time that the watch told that was important. No. It was the place where it was found. In Cassetti's pajama pocket. A strange place to keep a watch, don't you say? Do you sleep with your watch in your pocket? Do you? Or you? Of course you do not. It would be uncomfortable. Which is what led me to believe that the watch was planted there, so that I would think the time of death was at 1:15, a time when everybody on board had an alibi. But no, Mr. Cassetti did not die until after 2, when none of you have an alibi.
You know, I really don't think we need to be subjected to a performance like this, especially in our
Mrs. Hubbard. And then came, by far, the most puzzling occurrence of the trip. As many of you will recall, I was in the observation room talking to Miss Derringer and Mrs. Hubbard when suddenly there was a gunshot and a scream. Oh wait, we actually have a handkerchief. I'm sorry, I thought we still had it lost. My bad.
You say, sit down, Mrs. Hubbard, ask for who actually killed Mr. Cassetti.
Yes.
The second real clue, you gotta do the handkerchief.
I forgot that we found the handkerchief, sorry.
Okay, start there.
As for who actually killed Mr. Cassetti, the second clue that led towards the answer was a handkerchief with the other ancient fabric that was found years ago. And now, I want to return it with my companion, Princess Italian Record.
But my name is in the end this year.
Yes, but in Cyrillic, the language in which Russian is written, The letter N looks like the letter H in English.
Thank you. This was all.
And then came, by far, the most puzzling occurrence of the trip. As some of you may recall, I was talking to the Colonel and Mrs. Hunter on the guiding car when all of a sudden there was a scream and a gunshot. But this was no ordinary scream, my friends. This was an illusion so elaborate that for a moment, even I was fooled.
It's her! Miss Debenham! Mary!
But within moments of seeing Miss Debenham on the floor, I knew that it was our farce. How could a man so close merely graze this leave of the victim? And why would there be a problem at her at the end? This led me to conclude that Miss Debenham shot herself in the arm, then threw it up and dropped to the floor.
Nonsense.
I have to be crazy!
Exactly! Crazy. Or so completely devoted to a cause that means everything to you. 4 people on this train knew the Armstrong family. Is that not incredible to you?
My father, Dr. Casey, is a monster.
Daisy's grandmother is my dearest friend.
He deserved to die.
I would imagine she still suffers from the loss of her niece.
But if there were 4, could we not imagine that there were 8, perhaps? Could Miss Debenham not be Daisy's governess?
I lived with the family for about a year. I'm the governess.
And could we not suppose that Mrs. Olsen was Daisy's baby nurse on Long Island?
I'm a missionary. I don't can think of the little babies.
And from the very beginning, it struck me that a crime like this could not be achieved without a man on the inside. Perhaps a conductor who could come and go as he pleases. And then I remembered that Michelle had a daughter who went to work in America, and that Suzanne, the first housemaid, was from Paris. And I could not wonder, was this Michelle's daughter? And so, that leaves one passenger unaccounted for, Mrs. Hunter, who has certainly turned in the most dazzling performance of the night. It is not hard to see that you are an actor by profession. Perhaps the great Linda Arden?
Come on here, Alexander's ragtime band.
Mrs. Hunter, I salute you and assume you as mastermind from the beginning.
Is it true?
I always wanted to be a director.
And so, there were 8 of you. And there were 8 stab wounds. You planned together, you killed together, and in the name of justice, you played God together.
For the little girl!
For you did. For Charles.
For Daisy! For little Daisy!
For my father!
For my darling Daisy! For my granddaughter!
And so, my friends, what am I to do? It cannot be long until the police arrive, at which point I must tell them the truth. N'est-ce pas?
You mean the truth, of course, about the second conductor? Anything else would be a complete injustice.
On the contrary, it is the only justice.
But it was necessity to murder the little girl.
Does that give you the right to kill him?
Of course it did. He murdered 5 people, and he'd done it before, and he had done it again. And now it's time for you to turn around and walk away and leave us alone.
No! It is not! It is not the time! I have never in my life turned my back to Lacan. Do you understand? It is 1934.
that you are after? Look at it this way. You have a complete solution staring you in the face. You have the button, you have the uniform, you have the 3 reliable witnesses who saw a man in the corridor, and surely you're not calling all of us liars because if you did that, there would be months of trials. Lives would be damaged even more than they already have been, and a great many people would be forced to relive the most terrible moment in all of their lives. More terrible than anyone should ever have to experience. Is that what you want? Open your heart, tell us what you want.
You have put me to the test, madame, and I am greatly troubled. Monsieur Book, my friend, you will never leave. Tell me what you do.
I believe the first solution put forward is entirely correct. We had a deadly intruder disguised as a conductor, and I believe that is what we should tell the police.
Hello. Go forth, my friends, and may God give you the strength that you need to carry on.
The crews have arrived!
You're at last. Hello there. Thank you so much. Do you see it?
See, I told you you'd be right in the end. You know, Poirot, you turned out to be more than I.
Okay. Monsieur Poirot? He's gone.
Monsieur Poirot? Monsieur Poirot?
And with that, the case was over. And the passengers went their separate ways. I have since learned that Miss Olsen did make it to Africa to work with the babies, but for the first time. And as for the Colonel and Miss Birmingham, they got married in a small ceremony in St. James Square. And as for McQueen, he returned to his work. He shared to his friends, and the princess, she left us for the great hero. The Countess, alas, went back to her husband, but Monsieur Book and I have remained good friends. And Mrs. Hubbard, the great Linda Arden, has recently returned to the stage in a new musical entitled No, No, Nanette, in which I am told she brings the audiences to their feet. But, my friends, I beg of you to believe me when I say that, to this day, I do not know if what I did was justice. Oftentimes, at night, in the darkness, when I am alone, I sit there and I wonder to myself again and again if what I did was right. And on many such nights, it is not until the morning when I can close my eyes.
Come on, dear. And the same blue ragtime band. Come on, dear. Come on, dear.